Well, hello there my gaming friends, this is your fabulous host Veakt here, and I'm back in Quake Remake, and this will be part number 3, and I'm gonna talk about why I hate fanboys so much, because let's face it, fanboys are pretty much just as bad as haters and internet trolls, and fanboys has, well, existed as far as I can remember. In my case it started with Nintendo versus Sega back in the 80s. Then it was all about you know, the NES system versus Sega Master System. Then of course it moved on to Mega Drive versus SNES, and well, that's how it's been. But back then it was more like, well, not as hateful as it is now, because I mean, just take the Wii U versus PS4 versus Xbox One, and then you got the versus PC, the Master Race. And the funny thing is this: you can like go to, for example, the Bayonetta 2 YouTube video, and then you get like off-topic comments from like well, it's either Xbox One owners or it's like PS4 owners that start to trash talking, you know, the Nintendo fans and you know, the people who's gonna buy Bayonetta 2, and then it's of course the other way around, that you see like PC people talking shit on PS4 and Xbox One videos, and of course sometimes it can be trolls, of course, but when you see like for example a real classic from the PC Master Race people, if you go to like Xbox One video, pretty much anyone, then you will probably find like a comment like, I bet you can play this on like 1080p, you know, high definition. And that's of course just like, well, ridiculous, because I mean, gaming isn't just all about graphics. I mean, some will say that I'm a hypocrite because Quake Remake is better graphics, but the game was old as hell. I mean, it's remade with new graphics and everything, but I mean, if you take like a real advanced like PS4 or Xbox One game, I mean, they're so like deep, you know, high tech anyhow. And I mean, if the gameplay is great, then what's the deal? Then if you take like Crysis, that you know, you can tweak it to the highest settings and everything, I mean, it still doesn't, you know, kill the fact that the game has a really lousy plot and you know, like a cliffhanger that's the worst ever. The ending, I mean, it's like crap all the way, but I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone. Anyhow, then you take like the whole thing with the Android and the iOS users, or iPhone, iPad, whatever, then you get like the Android camp. There's always the same thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if I watch like the iPhone 6 video, for example, then you get like a whole bunch of just crap comments. It doesn't have, you know, anything to do with the video whatsoever. And then of course you get the other way around, like on Android videos, and I'm the kind of user that use, you know, a lot of different formats, like both for gaming and when it comes to mobile units whatsoever. So I mean, I'm not the kind of person that sticks to like one format or one operating system. I mean, I jump between different camps all the time, pretty much. I mean, I have always had, for example, I had both Sega Master System and other formats. At that time it was Nintendo 8-bit, of course. And I mean, if you take today, I mean, I play on my PC, I play on PS2, play on my like Android and iPhone. It's a HTC, by the way. So I mean, I don't like, oh, iPhone's the best, or PS4 owns, you know, Xbox One and Wii U. I mean, it's all about the experience pretty much, but let's face it, some people like never grow out and can start thinking outside the box. But as I say, I'm an all-around gamer, so I play all games, you know, to different kinds of formats. But if I'm gonna be honest, of course, which I'm always, I'm a PC gamer at heart, because that's where my heart has, you know, been at since the 90s, pretty much. I mean, I started like, I had like, what was it, like old Intel IBM PC, was like 286, like 33 megahertz computer, and I started with like Simon the Saucer 1, and I think it was like Commander Keen. So I have been a you know, PC gamer for a long time. And then of course I moved on to like Civilization, Wolfenstein. Then I of course advanced it on, but that's a long story. But the thing is this, I have like always jumped between different formats like throughout my life, because I mean, there's the funny thing is with me is like when I have started to like not get tired, but I have wanted to try something new, then there has always been like a new console or something like that, because my friends and my uncle were gamers as well, and they always like bought new systems. I mean, my uncle had like C64, the you know, that Atari Jaguar. He even had like the PlayStation 1 system, so I got to try stuff like at a very early stage. I remember one period in my life there was like just PlayStation pretty much. I didn't play that much PC because at that time, I mean, because my PC was pretty crap. I couldn't like play the new games at that time. And then there was this period where I just played PC games like Red Alert, Quake, Duke Nukem. So it's been like a roller coaster kind of thing for me. But I actually never jumped on the PS3 or 360 train, because at that time I was like, I just played like PC, GameCube and PS2, and I just felt like I'm happy with the stuff that I have, and I honestly didn't have time to play much, you know, other formats. But now, like, if I had the money, then I would probably own both a Xbox One, PS4 and a Wii U, but that's not possible at this moment, because I'm actually trying to save money for a new graphic card and a sound card, because they are starting to, you know, get outdated pretty much. And I actually checked out some new hardware, you know, like CPU, motherboard, and, you know, the new DDR4 memories, but they are pretty expensive, so I'm just gonna try to hook up with some, you know, new stuff for the PC that I have and stick to it for a while. And well, that's pretty much what I think about the whole fanboy thing, because I don't know, they take stuff way too serious, honestly. And of course I have pretty much figured out that many of them are like really, really young. I can't, oh, of course I can see like the age, but I mean, if you just look by the, you know, the content or how the comments are written, I mean, I have somewhat hard to believe that it's like someone that's in like the late 20s or 30s that's writing crap like that. But then again, I have been proven wrong in the past when it comes to that sort of thing. But let's just say that I'm not a big fan of fanboys, because most of them can't like have like common sense, you know, rational thinking and all that, because that's not the perk that most fanboys have. So the it's become pretty, you know, hateful kind of environment, like full of toxic and shit, and you can't like criticize you know, the formats or whatever that they are fans of, because then they get like total fucking crazy. And I mean, you must be allowed to like criticize if you get like facts to back it up or whatever, but I mean, you can go to any video pretty much, doesn't matter if it's like PC 360 or whatever, then there's gonna be like fanboys just ranting and tossing shit at everyone. And like I said, it has become like pretty ridiculous, because at the end of the day it's all about, you know, the games and how good the gameplay experience are and all that, but they still go on ranting and crap. But I can honestly say that I'm not gonna be a part of that movement, or what the hell you're supposed to call it, because I think the, you know, the video game industry are already as toxicated as, you know, it should be, and I don't want to add any more darkness to that, you know, dark world. So I'm just gonna keep on gaming whatever I want to game and try to, well, stay clean, I guess. So that was my opinions and thoughts on the fanboy topic. So if you liked the video, then just feel free to subscribe, and of course comment if you want to. So just take care, people. This is Viact signing out. Bye bye.